You know what is really interesting is the millennial pause. And I find that it is a very great pause, like a magnificent pause, when I go live. It's not the millennial pause, it's like the millennium long pause. Because I'm literally just staring, like, am I live? Is it doing the thing? It's always doing the thing. It's never not done the thing. Well, now that I've said that, it's gonna not do the thing next time. But, you know, millennial pause, whatever you call it. It's great. Today is Thursday. It's Thursday. This is what I've been working on the past 2 days. I'm pretty excited about it. It has nothing to do with Shakespeare, but I've been having fun drawing because I've just been like lying on the floor and lying in bed for 2 days because I have a broken back that is the reason why I'm not in the army anymore. And sometimes it just like hurts real bad for no reason. I'm not going to say no reason because there's always a reason. And it's because it's broken. But I made the mistake of cleaning over the weekend. Hello, my friends. Made the mistake of cleaning over the weekend, and yeah, Monday I was like, I actually went into the office to work, and I got there, I was like, this sucks. And I went home really early and finished working from home, aka from my bed. And then I ended up taking off 2 days of work because my back has just been so messed up. So we'll see how long I can tolerate sitting at this desk today. I got a feeling it's not going to be very long, but I also got a feeling that I kind of have an idea about what I want to draw tonight for my Othello oracle card. And that is a mask. I want to draw some sort of face covering that like kind of represents that we like even kind of like trust nobody, which is kind of messed up because like you have to trust people or else, you know, you're going to live a lonely life. But maybe be careful who you trust. Maybe, you know, people have motivations and like stuff that they want that maybe isn't in your best interest. And so maybe like being careful about who you listen to or who you allow into your inner circle and this kind of thing. The passage that I wanted to look at for my drawing. My cat wants out. Should I let her out or should I make her stay in this room with me all night? Fan! Come here, Fan. Come to your little cat bed. Come on. Come here. Little cat bedtime. God, she's so cute. I wish you could just look at my cat right now. Way more interesting than anything I'm gonna say or do. Come here, cat. Here. Come on. She sucks. Anyway, the passage is Iago's line. It's one of his, when he's talking to Rodrigo, like his co-conspirator type guy. He spent the last, like, this whole scene, it's actually from the first, I think it's in the first scene, actually. Yeah, it's, like, the 10th line in the whole, not even, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's the 8th line in the whole play. So it's right at the front. He's like saying, I really don't like Othello. He sucks. He didn't promote me. And he promoted this other guy who has, like, less experience than me, whatever. Anyway, Iago's jealous. Finn. Iago's jealous, and he says how much he hates Othello. I'm just going to read Iago's line. It's a pretty long line, but I'll just read it out. Rodrigo says, I would not follow him, meaning Othello. Oh, sir, content you. I follow him to serve my turn upon him. We cannot all be masters, nor all masters cannot be truly followed. You shall mark many a duteous and knee-cricking knave, that, doing on his own obsequious bondage, wears out his time, much like his master's ass, for naught but provender, and, when he's old, cashiered. Whip me such honest knaves. Finn. My cat is just getting into trouble. Whip me such honest knaves. Others there are, who, trimmed in forms and visages of duty, keep yet their hearts attending on themselves, and, throwing but shows of service on their lords, do well, thrive by them, and when they have lined their coats, do themselves homage. These fellows have some soul, and such a one do I profess myself. For, sir, it is as you are, Rodrigo. Were I the more, I would not be Iago. In following him, I follow but myself. Heaven is my judge, not I for love and duty, but seeming so, for my peculiar end. For when my outward action doth demonstrate the native act and figure of my heart, and compliment extern, 'tis not long after, but I will wear my heart upon my sleeve for daws to peck at. I am not what I am. This guy literally says, like, I'm going to tell you the honest truth right now. I don't care for this guy. He's the captain. Like, he's in charge of this army. And Iago is, like, his buddy. But because he didn't get promoted, now he's like, I hate this guy. And I'm going to tell you, Rodrigo, I'm going to pretend like I'm following him, like I love him, like we're best buds. But really, it's all to forward my own, myself. And just that last line, I am not what I am. That's the one that makes me go, that's the truth, ain't it? So also this is where we get the phrase to wear your heart on your sleeve. It's pretty cool, right? Shakespeare. Anyway, that's what, like, really Iago is a hater. 100% a hater. And so, like, not only does he have to bring down Othello, who didn't promote him, he also has to bring down the guy who got the promotion instead of him. And all their wives. It's great. This play is fucking sad. Anyway, Mask. That's what I, like, immediately, as soon... It wasn't, like, as soon as I read it that I was like, it needs to be... You know, it wasn't like, I'm just now thinking about Othello and that's what immediately comes to my mind. I think the thing that comes to my mind immediately is the beast with two backs. And then, like, green with envy and those kind of things. I wasn't initially thinking about Iago initially, but I think for me, the takeaway is you never know what another person's motivations are. And if there's ever any like intuition that you have, like this person might not have my best interest at heart, like you should listen to that. You know, if things feel foul, they are. Right? He's just trying to make his way in the world, and honestly, he's doing really good for himself. He's the captain. He's like called on by name to go fight wars. Like, Othello's not a nobody. He's not just like some dude. He's like this noble character, just like all of the others. So it's super racist, but double knife throat punched. He absolutely does. I think he gets arrested in the end. I don't think that he gets to die. But do I remember? Did I read that right? I don't know. I tried watching. I want to watch the. Is it Lawrence Fishburne? I think he did Othello back in like '95 as the Kenneth Branagh one. I want to watch that so bad, but I also didn't want to pay money to watch it. I probably will though. I will sometime pay money to watch it. The problem. So I'm looking up reference pictures, but if you just type in mask, it's all COVID, basically. Like, what are some search terms that you would even use? Yeah, see, I bet it is really good. I bet it's super good. I ended up trying to watch the. You know what? So one of my stretch goals at Low Hanging Shakespeare is to actually put on plays, or to like coach people through monologues or scenes. So I don't know, if you're volunteering, let me know. Like, we can talk through some scenes or some monologues or whatever together. We could make a video of that, and I think that would be awesome. That is one of my goals on this channel. I just haven't had time to devote to pretty much anything lately. So yeah. So I'm thinking like math. Maybe if I spell it MASQUE, what happens then? A little bit better. Still getting surgical masks. But okay, so ignore the "Are you my mother" face here. So you could do like, is this the correct pencil? Which pencil do I usually use? So you could do like this style of mask. But this is like a playful thing, you know? Like, that's the kind of mask that you would wear in Romeo and Juliet, you know, when you're trying to go to a party. Which works. That's a theme. It's not a theme. It's a motif in Shakespeare, the mask, where you like are at a party and nobody knows who you are because this much of your face is covered up. Who am I? Who am I? And I think that's really funny and not believable at all. But Iago doesn't actually wear a mask. So, it kind of works with the Shakespeare convention of, oh, Venetian carnival mask. Let's see. Venetian. That's a good one. If only I could type. Ah, yeah. Yeah. These are like the full face with like ruffles and feathers and elaborate shit all over them. Yeah. Okay, so there's this option, right? Which isn't my first choice because it's playful. We're not playing here. And then what was in my head originally is more of the like full face. Full face mask. Uh, this is another good time to use the symmetrical what you call it thing, symmetrical guide. But we'll just sketch for the moment. This kind of looks like Spider-Man. Probably should steer clear of looking like Spider-Man. But maybe with like embellishments, we can look less Spidey. But also, I think it has to smile. If we're gonna have a mask that is full face, it has to be smiling because that's the whole point of the mask, is that we don't know what's going on inside. We think that you're a good friend. So yeah, whatever mask is chosen has to be smiling. But also, I just found a really cool image where it's not straight on. I have no idea if I can duplicate what's going on here. But they're kind of looking at it from the top down. And he's got this like really long nose. That's a ding dong. It's not a ding dong. Oh my god. Get your mind out of the gutter, people. Oh my god, it's not a ding dong. Yeah, Spider-Man's now owned by the mouse, so if I did anything remotely Spider-Man, I'd be sued. Although if you're gonna sue me, now's the time to do it before I have millions of dollars. I guess. Or would I owe it after I make my millions? I don't know. I don't know how it works. I'll have to ask a criminal. All right, and he's got the like little Cupid's bow thing right there. Super creepy. And he's got this kind of pouty lip there. Mm-hmm. And he's got like these ridiculous cheekbones. The question is, does it look like a mask? Or just does it look like a guy? So I think let's like make these eyeballs really exaggerated and big. Eyeball holes. And we need some eyebrow action. Okay, but I think the embellishments are going to be what make it look more mask-like. So he needs like decoration on the face. So if you're plotting to kill your friend, if you're one or the other, hiding one way underneath, another way outside, he says that he's gonna wear his heart on his sleeve. And so I kind of want to do like this is so stupid, but I want to put hearts on it. Is that stupid? I don't care if it's stupid. I'm doing it. And because this is tragedy, the color is red. So these little hearts can be like little red blood drops. So sweet. And actually, maybe, I mean, if we black out the eyes, that'll be really mask-like too. But he needs something. Yeah, I thought that could be interesting to have it like kind of half and half. That's definitely a possibility. But I really like the mouth, the way it's like the creepy smile. I wonder. He kind of just looks like he's had dental work done recently. Had a little too much Novocaine on one side. You know, I like it where it's just a smile. I'm going to keep just the smile. But I think what I would try to do is maybe change the other eye. I don't know. I don't know. Let's consider. I need a tragedy mask. Oh, that's a good eye. Like this kind. Anguish. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Rather than crying, it is... This one, I'm going to make a little less alien, perhaps, and a little more like creepy half moon. And eyebrows to match. He looks like he's kind of cute. So like this side, I think plays really well with it being like malicious. But this side is like not quite right. I like that eyeball, but maybe we go like pathetic instead. That eyeball does not match with the other one. It looks weird. Not into it. I wonder if I just do the same eyeball situation and then come on. There's nothing there. I said to paste, bitch. Is it nothing? Is it not there? It's not there. I don't understand sometimes how this is supposed to work. My shit's all like freezing up. Okay, I'll try. It's gone. Oh my god. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna go, we're gonna do it this way because shit don't work. It's fine. Ridiculous. So there's, if we just do the same eyeball, which we could do, and then we can, rather than like changing facial features, we can like alter colors or patterns in different places. Maybe. How would one go about making the eye look like it's focused? Mixture of malice and focus is dangerous. Ooh. Ooh, that's a good one. Focused. If I was gonna be focused, I think I would do like just like a simple it's kind of like kind. Maybe a thinner eyeball. And more of this kind of brow. It's almost like two different versions of malicious. Ben, stop it. Okay. It's Fen. Cat break. Cat's eyes. What do they look like? Big eyes. So, good God, I love you. It doesn't even make sense. You do nothing, and I just adore you. Okay. So, why don't you lay down, Stoopy? Yeah, get comfy. No, don't come back. Yeah, you have to take cat breaks. Like, sometimes instead of like having a lunch, I will lay in a sunbeam with my cat. Like, that's normal, right? Okay, cat eye. I think that's really an interesting thought. Because this might get like a little too meta. Too meta. That's a joke that one person in this chat understands. Okay, but like, what if it's like very clearly a mask? but there's eyeballs behind it. That's fucking scary. Look at this guy. Bam. It's a snake. And then we could also put a little eyeball back here behind this one. And I wonder if the same eyeball will work. Or like if I would need to do two different eyeballs. I actually like it better where one is blacked out. That looks like a luchador. Don't want a luchador. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with wrestling, but I just don't want it for this particular one. Mm-hmm. 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 Bam. All right. All right, we're on to something. I need to let this cat out, unfortunately. She does not want to be in here with us. Come on. Go. Get out. Out, wee beast. Come back soon. Bye. All right. Here we go. Ugh. Sketch satisfactory. I'm going to delete all these others. Not interested. Not interested. I'm going to I'm gonna do the outline with the drawing assist on. I think just the outline, like the nose and the mouth. The eyes I won't because they're different, but that's the idea, right? So I'm just gonna center my dude here on the line. And then I'm gonna use black and I'm gonna stick with my pencil. God. Ugly. Your baby had a churu. I'm like, this is why I don't give things to my animals. This is why my animals live just an austere existence. I don't want to, like, be beholden unto them for treats and such. I think I like a squarer chin, actually. Yeah. So I think the crack is gonna be like there's gonna be depth up here, and then more surface layer. It's gonna have both very obvious and more subtle. Because, like, sometimes the cracks in the people who do you wrong, sometimes the cracks are really obvious, and also sometimes they're really subtle. Like, Othello didn't realize that Iago was setting him up to kill his own wife. He didn't realize. He thought Iago was a good guy. Oops. Because his cracks were a little more subtle. This guy's pretty gross. Cool. And now I'm gonna do the eyeballs. Scary. You know what I do want to change, actually, is I think I would like if they're both turned down. I'm just putting some dots, kind of tracing over this one eye so that I can see where the other one needs to go to be lined up. But since they're different, I can't just do like a 1-for-1. Like, I can't just go, those are my eyeballs, because they're different, right? So I've got my inner corner, my outer corner, and that's the bottom, and that's the top of the other eye. So I'm going to try to use those as a guide to, like, kind of make them a little even. Because I like how this one is turned down. Oops. Like the inner corner. I really like its placement. And I want that over here too. You know what else I need though is the outer edge of the eye. So I need to draw this outer edge. Oops. Nice. Haha, that's a good estimation. Good estimate. Oh yeah, creepy AF. Nice. Yeah, this is Procreate. It's a paid app. Let me give it a Google. It's not a lot. I don't think. It wasn't when I bought it. I bought it back in like 20 some. I've been on Procreate for a while. So the price may have changed. But I think when I bought it, it was like $10 or something. Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's $13 to buy this app. It's stupid. I would pay hundreds of dollars for this app. I really would. It's not a subscription either, and that's freaking brilliant. This is literally, even with all the weird bugs, the best thing that I've ever used as an artist. I think let's hide that layer. You know, I like the rounder cheeks underneath. I'm gonna round out the cheeks a bit. Like this cheek over here. I freaking love this. More cheek. That might be too much though. Yeah, that's too much. Gotta split the difference there. That one. Right. Let's give this some eyebrows. This one we decided is kind of S-shaped curvy. And this one we decided is a ski slope. Although actually, I think they could be the same. I want to try them the same. I want to try them the same. I just want to try it. Just want to try it. Gosh. S curve needs to be bigger. Needs to cover the whole eyeball. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. All right. I just got to make it look good now. All right. Here we go. I think it could be time to finesse. Also, Lord, it's hot as balls in here. Like, what happened to wintertime? Wow. I'm like sweating, which I guess isn't that difficult if you're me. I'm kind of a disgusting sweater person. But it's really quite warm. All right. This side gets an eyeball. A little snake eye. Mm-hmm. And this side, I'm going to do it in a new layer in case I hate it. This side, I'm just going to black it out, like, as dark as can be. You know, I could cheat, aka use the medium and like drag and drop to fill it in. I could do that. I have the power. We have the technology. But I've started doing it this way and I'm stubborn. So I'm coloring it in old school. And like these parts should be darkened in, I think, as well. I'm having too much fun. Let's see. No, return. We need some shading. I need to show everyone my crack. Gotta put my crack on the screen here. Crackage. Crackage. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. feel like I should be talking or like, I don't know, doing something other than just drawing. No one wants to just watch people draw, right? That's boring. But I don't have anything to say. I like Bob Ross energy. That's fun. Or the Rob Boss energy. Excuse me. All right, shading. And getting rid of that blue piece. I'm going to have somebody 3D print this for me. I want this mask. I want it. I should also, again, be using my freaking tools instead of having to shade both sides identically. I should just shade one and just have it mirrored on the other side. But here we are. I've already begun. So, I don't know. Yeah, 3D print would be really cool because then you could wear the mask. You could wear it. You could be like, I'm going to pretend to be your friend, but I secretly hate you. It's a good idea, right? Also, why am I using the pencil for this, like, epic amount of shading? It's so stupid. Should be using a different brush. But, well, I'm not really as smart as I pretend to be. So, sometimes I make choices that aren't correct. I need to find the picture again that I was using. See how it was shaded. Or I could just completely make it up based on my imagination, which sounds more preferable, to be honest. Oh, it's so boring. Just shading. So dull. Somebody take over and do something interesting while I just shade this. I wish I could, like, pass the camera around so that everyone could just be involved. And then I wouldn't have to, like, just kind of narrate myself. Stretch goals. Lots of stretch goals. One of those stretch goals is to do some videos with other people. Like I mentioned, I would love to do like some scenes, maybe direct a couple scenes or like coach some actors, this kind of thing. But I would also just love to have people who like don't necessarily know anything about Shakespeare at all. Like, I don't really know anything about Shakespeare. I just like I did a summer course and I've done like 15 to 20 Shakespeare plays. And I believe that makes me halfway knowledgeable, but not like not like I have a degree or anything in it. But I would love to like have episodes of low hanging Shakespeare where it's me and like somebody who knows absolutely nothing about Shakespeare, and then also maybe someone who's like who does actually have a degree in it, and we can all sit there and like talk about plays and be like, well, I read it and I don't know anything about Shakespeare, but I thought this was really cool. And then the person who knows everything about Shakespeare could be like, oh shit, I never thought about it like that. Or, well, actually, there's a reason you thought about it like that because of this historical context thing. I think that would be really, really cool. But I need to, like, start building a roster, I guess, of people who would be interested in doing that. Both on the I don't know anything about Shakespeare side and on the I'm an actual Shakespeare expert side. And I think that's probably going to be the harder side to find people for. I think I know 3 people who have some sort of degree in Shakespeare. Which would be fine to have the same person every time, but fine for me, you know. I don't know what those people, they'd probably be like, nah, dude, I've done it once. I'm good. But hey, who knows? Maybe I'll have someone on and they'll be like, can I be a regular? And I'd be like, you can take the whole thing. You can just do it. Just do it instead of me. That'd be awesome. Someone charismatic, you know. You have 2 thumbs and know little about Shakespeare. I should get who? I don't know who that is. Should I know that who you're talking about? Cadiosaurus? I don't know who that is. Cashew? It's a cashew. I feel like it's gonna be a TikToker that I like should know, but I don't spend enough time. And here's something I never thought I'd say. I don't spend enough time on TikTok. But I don't. Like, I need to get on there more. I need to be more on social media. Like, par exemple, I was talking with a friend today who said something about Dragon Con burlesque submissions. And I was like, oh, hell yeah, you should totally submit that. And then I was like, oh yeah, I bet those submissions are opening pretty soon. They've been open since the start of March, and I had no idea because I just haven't been like looking at Facebook, and that's where the like announcement went out, was on Facebook. So I had no idea that submissions for that show had been open for that long. Hadn't a clue. But yeah, so I need to be more on social media. There's an ADHD advocate with 2 masters in Shakespeare. Why? Why would you do that? 1 master's not... Something about serving 2 masters, that's got to be Shakespearean, where you can't serve 2 masters. Anyway, maybe that's Jesus. That might have been Bible. That'd be a fun game. Bible or Shakespeare. Yeah, I don't know who that is, but like, why would you get a second master's in Shakespeare? Is 1 master's in Shakespeare not enough to just be poor? Like, if you want to be poor, 2 masters in Shakespeare. How do you fucking afford a single master's degree, let alone 2 of them? Because, like, I would love to get a master's in Shakespeare, but there's no way I'm paying for school ever again. Never again paying for school. That's just a waste of money and a waste of time. My apologies if you are currently paying for school. I don't mean to insult you. I don't mean to, but I've probably done it. But yeah, I applied for 1 master's. I applied for an MFA this past year. Like in February, I applied for an MFA. And I only applied for 1 because I wouldn't have to pay for it. Like, I literally only applied for the one that would have been funded. Someone was like, there's other schools you could go to. I was like, there's literally not other schools that I could go to because this is the one that funds the students. I'm not doing one that won't pay for my tuition. Impossible. Now, my spouse did end up getting his PhD for free. Like, they funded that. So, like, it's possible. But, yeah. I'm not paying for school anymore. Because I'm over here saying, why would you get 2 master's degrees in Shakespeare? And I'm over here with 2 bachelor's degrees. And I'm not using either of them. And, like, nor do I want to use either of them. My whole life has been, like, a waste of time and money up to this point. Oh, man. I love it. But yeah, I'm like paying off loans for 2 degrees that I don't use and don't want to use. It's the best. Let's see if I can make this nose look like a nose. That'll be, you know what I'm about to do? Because this is a lot of surface area. I've just spent the last 20 minutes just here. We're using our tools now. I'm only gonna shade 1/2 of this thing. Yeah, see, an associate's in something that like actually is like a skill makes sense. But like, why did I study theater? So that I could do this? For free? Oh, I have a Patreon. Reese_harp. Because I do this for free. Because I have a theater degree. You know? And very little to show for it. And like... So technically I actually don't even have a theater degree. I have a French degree. Because I went to this like badass theater school that like... You couldn't get into the department unless you had good auditions. And, you know, I was like 18 to 20 at the time. So my auditions are still not good. I'm a really, like, nervous and kind of boring. I think my auditions are kind of boring sometimes. But, like, I have not mastered the audition yet. And I wonder if anyone ever does. But, you know, I was 18 and had no life experiences. So my auditions were like, you know, just like bad. They were bad. They were not good. And so I never got into the actual acting or like actual real theater degree at the school that I was at. And because I lost funding for college, had to join the army to pay for the last 2 years of my school. So I did that. But that meant that I then had to graduate on time. So I couldn't wait for I couldn't get into the theater or to the Shakespeare class, funnily enough. I couldn't get into the Shakespeare class, or I think it was like vocal performance or something. I couldn't get into either of those because I wasn't like officially, like I didn't pass the audition to officially get into the program. So I had to go to France for my final semester and graduate with what I have is actually a French degree. For my first bachelor's degree, it's a French degree. And like I did recently use my French degree for the first time ever. I taught French for about 3 months right before the pandemic. I will not be doing that again. I'm not good enough at French to adequately teach it, especially when I'm in a classroom where like half of my students are from like French speaking parts of Africa, where one, they don't teach you African French in school. So if you've not lived in Africa or have like French speaking African friends or like a connection to that culture, you are not, you're gonna have a harder time understanding what they're saying. And like, yeah, I was not, my second bachelor's degree is in education. It's in teaching. And I love teaching, but I am good at it. I'm very good at teaching. But what I'm not good at is public school. So I'm very good at teaching like up to 10 students at a time. 40 at once, that's beyond. I can't do that. So yeah, so I have these 2 bachelor's degrees that I don't use and I don't want to use. Also, I should probably link my stuff. I wonder if I'll have to check in the guidelines, the YouTube guidelines, if you can just like put links to external sites. I mean, I guess like why would you not be able to? Why would you not be able to? I don't know. Whew. But I do have my username up there. It's right there. Right there. So it's not a link, but a link would be smart. Yeah, I get like putting a link in the description is I'll have to try it next week. Oh, follow up. I did reach out to one of my friends who has recently been a tattoo apprentice, and we had a bit of a natter and talked about how they started their apprenticeship, and it was really interesting. I don't know that I have the patience to explore that route. Certainly not at the moment. I don't. I have, like, I want to get this stuff off the ground, you know? I want to have time to focus on my YouTube channel for a few minutes. So, but I did talk to somebody about the process by which one becomes a tattoo artist. Also, that's stupid that you can't post a link. I wonder if I can. I'm gonna see. Oops. Don't look at my notifications. Patreon.com/Reese_Harp. Send. Oh, ooh, there's the link. There it is. All right. Back to business here. I think let's go like really dark underneath the brow. And then fade it out. Whew, really dark underneath the eye. Although I'm going to have to do a different one over here. Commenters can't, so they can't spam bad links. That's so smart. How do I appoint a moderator? That's cool. I don't think I need a moderator. I only have, like, on average, probably 3 people that ever show up to my lives. So I don't think I'm in need of a moderator yet. But if you want to be a moderator, please send your application in the form of a check made out to Reese Harp. Just kidding, don't do that. Don't write me a check. I don't want your money. I do want your money, but I don't want your money. All right, am I done shading this in yet? I need to get more followers, but the only way to get more followers, I think, is to post more content, which, again, I haven't really had time to do. You have to make, I think I've read you have to do YouTube Shorts. I've read that's the secret. But yeah, I haven't had the time or energy to do a YouTube short. Not even one. All right, I'm gonna smudge the crap out of this. I'm gonna use the soft pastel smudger so that there's some texture to it. And then once I've smudged it all out, then I'm going to add the features, like I'm going to put the hearts in after. Because, like, I want to have this as a foundation, like, and then, like as though there was a mask that was made and then somebody, like, glued the pieces onto the mask. Rather than it being as though it was all molded in one thing. So I want to just make sure that the base is looking all gravy. And then I will add the details. And also, like, you'll notice that I colored over the crack. I'm going to go ahead and smudge it as though the crack weren't there, and then I'm going to erase so that it's got like a good consistency to it. And I think I'm going to have to add some more shading because that part was a little lacking in color. Use the big brush. The big brush. Bam. Scary. Yeah, we do have projects in the works, and we need to do them. We need to, like, do more on our Trello projects. So I want to clean up the edges as I'm doing now because I want nice sharp edges. Okay, now I am gonna turn off the assist and fix up this eyeball. Scary. All right. And I'm also going to go ahead and... What happened to my darkness there? Oh, I smudged it all out. That's what I did. Whoops. Whoopsie. It's fine. It's fine. Let me color this back in again. And now I'm gonna erase. Although I should leave it dark. Really. If we're assuming that someone's wearing it, then it wouldn't be like just bright underneath, but I like the idea that someone's wearing it, but also that there's nobody actually underneath. I like that idea. All right. I really don't hate him. I want to, however, just clean up these eyebrows a bit. And to do that, I'm going to turn on the drawing assistant again. Just so that the eyebrows are matching on each side. Nice, thick, luxurious, curly, cute eyebrows. Delightful. Look at them. Gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful. Scholarship application for vet? Like to get scholarships as a veteran? I could try that. Or I could just never go to school again. I really would love a Shakespeare degree or an MFA in writing or theater. I would love to be able to teach college someday. And unfortunately, that does require a terminal degree that I don't know that I have the patience to pursue. Not at this juncture, anyway. I also wonder if I need to get rid of the line on the nose. I wonder if I can. I'm going to duplicate the line art, and I'm going to hide that one layer, and then just give it the old erase. And no, I don't need the line. Perfect. I'm very happy about that. All right. Merging. Just merging it all down. Except for the line art. Oh no, I accidentally merged the line art. Whoops. Yeah, I'm gonna clean it up. Clean up some of these little weird pieces. And think, what the hell is that? What the hell is that? Drawing assist was on. Stupid. Absolutely fucking stupid. See, this is why you gotta be careful with your tools. Gotta be careful with those tools. Can't go using those tools just willy-nilly. Okay. Saved it. Yeah, I'd love to go back to school too, you know? But, meh. I think about, like, what all could I learn that I can't read? All of these books back here are Shakespeare. They're all some kind of Shakespeare book. They're not even all in English. There's at least 2 of them in French over there. And so I'm like, what would they teach me that I couldn't read about on my own? Okay, I do want to, I mean, I'm sure there's lots that they could teach me that I couldn't read about. Or, like, wouldn't know to read about it. But I don't know. I'm mostly making excuses for why I can't spend money on a college degree. A 3rd college degree. Even though I want to teach college someday, maybe. I want to have that option. I want to have credibility on this stupid YouTube channel. But, I mean, credibility. What even is that? You can just, like, I'm not gonna say what was in my head. Just gonna drink my drink and continue on. I don't remember what I was doing. drawing assist. That's what I was doing. I want to clean up this little edge. And I got this same little edge on this side. So I'm going to clean them up at once. And I'm going to try to remember that I have the drawing assist on when I go to make any alterations. Like this alteration right here. Look at that. All nice and clean. I literally can't. I literally mustn't say it. I'll get canceled if I say it. Just know that my thoughts are cancelable. Like, my thoughts are cancelable. And you can hypothetically cancel me for the thing that I hypothetically said or didn't say. It's not like super cancelable, but it wasn't going to be nice. And my mama did not teach me much, nor did she teach me well. In fact, she didn't even teach me the thing about not saying anything nice, so don't say it at all. I think I learned that from a book. Yeah. Actually. All right. Back to assisted drawing. Just wanna, cause like some of these lines are a little too sketchy, and I don't want them to look super sketchy. I want them to look crisp and intentional. Intentional is how I want them to look. That's too dark. You know what I still need to add is some highlights. I feel like I haven't used, like, overall in any of my drawings lately, I feel like I haven't used white pencil to the extent that I could. I almost said should, but I'm trying to not should on myself. Because nobody should do anything. There's no rules. Just do whatever you want. But I think I could use it more to add more dimension, especially in this particular piece. So once I clean up and make this just a little bit more rounded, then I'm gonna add some white highlights, because again, I haven't been using white as much as I would like to, as much as I thought I was going to when I first started the project, using like just black and white with a pop of color. I thought I would use white a lot more, but I really haven't been using it very much, except for like really bright highlights in the color. And I just would like to use more white to add more depth. Okay, white. I'm gonna do it in a new layer in case I hate it, because that's like my mantra. New layer in case it sucks. That's black still. White, please. I'm just gonna pop some white on here. That's probably too much white. I'm just gonna pop some on the tip of the nose here, and then like just a little triangle right here. I'm gonna do an assisted one. Actually, I'm gonna pop some white right here, and then right here on the chin. Although the chin is relatively shaded, so I don't want to do too much there. I think the whitest that it needs to be is up here on the forehead, because it's like kind of tilted, right? It's like most shaded on the chin, so I think it needs to be brightest up top, and then probably like right there, and then on the nose. All right, I'm smudging it out. I'm gonna use the big smudger. Big smudger. Ooh, look at that dimension. All right. Have to unassist and then erase. Gotta erase over the crack. Lord, are we even ready for the hearts and the red yet? I think I'm ready to put some hearts and some red junk on here. Because I'm like, actually, last week I was like really not happy with my piece, like at all, until basically the end of the drawing sesh. But right now, I'm pretty pleased with what's going on right now. You guys are all geniuses for giving me these ideas. Ugh, look at him. Iago, he's terrifying. Okay. Hearts, stars, and horseshoes. If I continue that, again, I get sued. So I'm not going to continue it. And we're not going to do any stars or horseshoes. We're just going to do hearts. And we're going to do it on the non-cracked side. And honestly, I don't know if I want to do like a bunch of hearts, or if it's fine to just have like one. So here's one option versus, what if it's upside down heart? Like a weird teardrop. So that's another option. Or right side up heart as a teardrop. So 3 options. Regular heart right there by the eye. Upside down heart. Are you saying it looks like a butt, Susan? Because I've always thought that hearts look like butts, and I even heard or read somewhere that like that was actually the like the reason why it isn't an anatomical heart. But like in high school, I used to go around, like, you know how people used to draw like this thing in high school, and it was like what they drew in high school, right? I used to draw. All right. Goodbye, PG-13 rating. I used to draw this. I used to draw like a person bent over with their butt up like that. That was like a thing that I used to just put that everywhere. I had past tense problems. I don't have any problems now. All my problems are solved. Um, Back to the hearts. I quite like this one where it's just like, oh, there's a heart motif on one side of the thing. Uh, Heart across the top crack so it looks broken. Oh. Interesting. Why ain't my pencil working? That's weird. 74%? That's so weird. Why is it not only sometimes working? So there's like a whole retinue of butts on this guy's face. A retinue of butts. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. I'm in. I'm in. But I'm not in for exactly this. I'm going to trace on top of it so that it kind of, so that all the hearts like follow along a path. And we're going to put one here, and here, and here, and here, and here. Okay. Does it look like a butt, Susan? Does it look like a butt to you? I hope so. Oh, that one was ugly. I really should just draw one heart and then just make them all, like, copy it a bunch of times so that I only have to draw one heart. Again, misusing my tools. But I just kind of want to see how that looks. I feel like this top heart does need to be rotated a bit. So I think, so we're all on a plane or on a line, but the line isn't just straight. That's what we're gonna try. This one needs to move. And I think also this big one should be less like perfect shaped. I think we need to go like a little more swooshy perhaps. But before I do that, in case I hate it, I'm gonna duplicate the layer just in case this sucks. Now it kind of looks like a speech bubble, so like a little bit less curvature there, I think is ideal. And I think if we add some curve to all of them, it will look more like a purposeful line of hearts. So I'm gonna add some curvy lines. Check out those butts. Check out those butts. I actually kind of like them just being white. But, oh, the cat's back. Hello, cat. I really do like them being white, but we do need to have some red, and so I gotta put some red in here. But first, I'm gonna just like make these look a little nicer. I'm gonna use a pencil eraser. That's a smudger. Oh no, I'll use the pen eraser. No, I don't want that. I want something with like a really sharp edge. I'll just do the fine tip pen. It's too small. Okay, that one's looking good. Can I match its tone elsewhere? Yes. I do like also that it does foreshadow the deception. Because it's like, oh yeah, I totally love you. Yeah, totally. Yep. Mm-hmm. We're besties. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Such besties. All right. I'm about it. I need to fully color them in though. I am gonna go white. But then I think they're gonna glow like maybe with red behind them. Which may not be actually what I'm looking for. Because I don't want them to look like they're floating off the mask. I want them to look like they're part of the mask. So I'm going to have to add some shading to them, like to the edges and to the sides. But I do want to try that and see if I hate it. Because while it's not initially what I want, a lot of times initially what I want sucks, and just experimenting and figuring out what looks good is way better than what I initially want. So I'm gonna try it and see what happens. Should have used a pen. Again, yeah, you're so right. Tools. Should have used a different tool for this. However, I made choices and now I'm here reaping what I've sown. Sown? I'm over here like, should I get a degree in Shakespeare? Like, I just need to learn to speak English. Sown or sewed? I feel like one is a participle. I have sewn. I have sewed. I don't know. Okay. Got my white hearts. And so here's what I was saying. I think it would be interesting to, just going to pop this layer behind the hearts. I'm going to delete this layer. Don't need it. I'm going to delete this layer too. Don't need it. I'm going to delete where I drew the person bending over and showing their butt. I'm going to delete that. No one needs to see that. And delete. And delete. And yeah, delete. Okay. This is tragedy, so we're using red. And I'm going to use the soft pastel. We're going behind these hearts like so. And so if they're glowing from behind, it kind of sets them off in a kind of floaty kind of way, and I don't necessarily want that, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back to my pencil. I'm gonna go back to black, and I'm gonna do a clipping mask actually on top of these hearts so that it like is like just shading in those hearts. And I'm gonna use shading graphite because I can. Just gonna give each of these hearts some dimension. I don't like the shading graphite. Actually, I'm going to stick to the pencil. They almost look like cutouts. Cutouts would be interesting. Except I have a crack already. I'm going to redo this top one because it looks like crap. Okay. Probably should add some more white on top, but what if I do red? What if they're just red? And then, is that like super pastel? That is the wrong color red. There we go. I'm gonna pop some white on top. Oh, what even is that? And then I will need to add some shading to the actual thing itself. The mask, as it were. I created a new layer, right? Yeah. So like as though it's laying on top or is part of the actual figure or form. Just gotta shrink it down a bit. I don't want it to be like a huge shadow back there, but like big enough to where it looks like it's popping out a little bit. And actually, it should really just be like if they're three-dimensional, right? The shadow should be mostly on like this side. Especially there at the front where it's like a highlighted area. All right, I will add some more black to each side here. Man, I'm spending an awful long time on just this one side of this mask. I feel like there's more I need to do on the other side still. We will get there. All in due time, of course. All in due time. More white. Just some little highlights again. That's a big highlight, actually. I think these highlights are mostly acceptable. Bam. Okay. Now for the fun part. I have to carve through this top part, which means I need to flatten it all down. Just in case it sucks. Gotta have an exit strategy. Okay, so now I've merged all those down and I can set it really, really low opacity. And rather than using like the soft deleter, what do you call it? Eraser. I'm gonna use a you know what I should use is like this one. This one I should use. Am I on the right thing? I am on the right thing. Okay, so now I'm just erasing where the crack is. Oops. Trying real hard not to mess it up, except I'm not really trying that hard. I should try harder to not mess it up. I think I need a little bit more opacity, a little bit stronger. There we go. Ugh. This is tough. I'm making it extra tough on myself, I think, needlessly. Tedious business. Erasing. Also, my back is hurting, in case you were wondering. I cannot wait to get into bed and sit on a heating pad for 8 hours until I have to get up and do it all again. Just in case you were curious. turn that opacity back up. See how it looks. Aw, shit. Nice. So I need to quickly find where all of this nonsense is and just erase all of this out of here. Just clean up the crack. And where's that little piece? That's part of the heart. Delete, delete. Oh, shit. Oh man, icy hot on your hip and toss and turn all morning. I'm laughing because it's so relatable. Like, my back hurts so bad. Like, I could not even stand up. I barely got out of bed on Monday. And like, I put the pillows in my bed. I laid on the heating pad, which you're not supposed to do, but I do it anyway. And I was very comfortable until I fell asleep. And then, yeah, it's just like tossing and turning. Like, there's no such thing as like good sleep. It doesn't exist. All right, so the one thing that is at this moment missing from like what I usually do is I like to have some glow. And I think I'm gonna even out that, like, the red on that side with the hearts by making this eyeball red. Scary. So the hearts could glow too if I wanted them to. Let's see. Let's see how the hearts look if they glow. I'm just gonna give them some little light bulbs. And now I'm gonna turn on their light bulbs and see how they look. It's a little bit of glow on them, but then you have to add some like bright white. I'm not convinced by that particular glowing. Ugh. EDS. What a bastard. What am I doing? Shading this eyeball. Just a little shade. so that it looks like it's rounded. And so there's some dimension there. And white. You know, I should do, rather than a big blur, should blur with the pencil, or blend with the pencil, so that it's kind of got some more like texture to it. I'm gonna add some more glowage to this eyeball so that it's brighter. Right, and if the eyeball's glowing, it's reflecting off other places on the mask. So I'm gonna add some red glow to the nose and to the cheek and up here on the eyebrow, and I'm gonna smudge those in. Smudge them. And I can add even more highlight with some white and the pencil. And I'll add some white there. And I'll add some white here. And smudge. Smudgy smudge. And I think I'm going to add some white down here too. And smudgy smudge. Okay, somebody said backlight the mask itself, which I thought about as well. Before I do that, I want to add my like darkness Haven't added my darkness yet. Need some ambiance for this guy. Oh, that's fucking terrifying. I kind of want to leave it. It's too dark. It is too dark, but I'm kind of terrified. I'm going to just, screenshot this little work in progress because it's really cool. But yeah, I'm gonna erase some of this. It's too dark. It's really cool, but it is too dark. So, where's my sketching? Soft pastel eraser. And then soft pastel smudger. Okay. Darkness has been applied. Should I erase more inside? Okay. There we go. If we want to backlight the whole thing, then I will use red, like so, and smudge it all the way out here. So that's a choice, but I'm not super into it. I feel like it's too much. Yeah, I'm not loving that. I think the outline could be interesting. I'm just gonna clear that out. And yeah, we'll try just like a simple That's not bad though. I wonder if the effect will work still if I smudge it, because I do really, really like that and actually think that it would be super cool if also on top of that red is like a really thin white as well. Okay, so if I take this red and I just smudge it out a bit so that it's just not like a sharp edge. Smudging may be my favorite thing. I don't know why. It's just really satisfying. I don't want to. Yeah, it does. That's kind of what I'm going for on a lot of these drawings is like the neon effect. So if it reminds you of neon, then I think I've done correctly. I'm going to try also to smudge this white just a little so that it's like smooth. But I don't want it to turn into pink is the problem. It might do better, honestly, just as a bright white outline, actually. Pull it out of the top of that crack a bit. Like the red. I like the white line. In theory, it needs a little like thinner, a little just nicer. Red smoke. That'd be interesting. I mean, that will probably be overkill, but it would be interesting. There's actually a brush for that. It's kind of fun. Okay, where was I? White line. White outline. I just want like really thin white line. Or should it go in the middle of the red? I thought the shading was tedious. The tiny white outline is far more tedious. I should be using my tools, but I'm not. Like I could have, again, used this symmetrical thing. But I'm not doing that. Woof. This must be very exciting for you to all watch me trace this. When there's like at least 30 easier ways. Right? Right? That's exactly what I was thinking. I could just not trace this at all. But it's already begun. So here we are. Okay, I'm starting to get messy. So that's fun. Ugh. Is it bedtime yet? That's like, I think if I had a slogan for my Thursday night drawings, I feel like it would be, is it bedtime yet? Someone, like, it should be a drinking game. Anytime I complain about how tired I am or how much I want to be lying in bed, should do shots. Except then all of my followers would be dead. And I don't want that. But it's a fun idea if you want to get crazy. If you're like desperate to get alcohol poisoning, could be a fun game. Yeah. If you want the rules to the drinking game, I will provide that as a Patreon perk for subscribers only. Otherwise, you have to make up your own rules as you go. And you won't be playing official Reese, the drinking game. You can only play officially using the official rules on Patreon. To be uploaded shortly. I also, though, I do like tracing it just because it's kind of cleaning up the edges where I thought that they're, like, this area where it's a little bit messy. When I put the white over it, I think it'll clean it up a bit. So that's a benefit of the tracing method. Guys, we are in the home stretch. We're almost there. We're almost done with Othello for now with the card. And we'll definitely have more Othello to visit later. But the Oracle card is almost finished. Something that I do want to look at quickly before I say that I'm done. So I want to try adding glow to the hearts again. I want to try a little harder this time, see if it works. See if like effort is in any way related to outcome. All right. Here we go. All right. Let's try these hearts again. See what happens. Because like they're kind of dull. You know? So I think I'm going to just put some more red on top. I think that will help. It is much better with some more red. IMO. Some brighter red added some goodness. Oh my gosh, it's almost 11. I thought this one wouldn't take as long because I came in like already with an idea. I was wrong. Turns out my idea was just really elaborate. I think this is probably the most elaborate one that I've done. I don't think I've made a card yet with like this much detail. It's pretty wacky, right, guys? Now, if the hearts are glowing, there's gonna be reflection, And those reflections would be in these general areas. Is it a reflection if it's just light shining on something? Or is that like, is there another word for that? Highlights? Maybe? Maybe the word highlight is what I'm thinking of. What was that? Randomly undoing. Randomly undoing. Love that. Because this is a fucking abyss that has to remain a fucking abyss. But there may be some red in this way. But not like super bright, because these are little teeny tiny glowing shapes. So they'd be pretty faded. Okay, and then I would add some white. It's almost done. It's almost done. So close. So close to done. Is that it? I feel like this is a little too much. So I just want to smudge this just a little more smudge. And then I'm just gonna blacken in these dark areas again, just so that there's nothing showing behind. I'm gonna pop this underneath the white though. Ooh, boo boo. Oh my god, I'm so ready to be done. But I'm like really enjoying also this particular piece. So like I'm a little torn. Because I like this one. I think is my fave that I've done so far. This may be one of my favorite pieces of art that I've ever done, actually. All right. I think this is Othello. I think. I may do revisions to it, but I may not. But here it is. The way that you don't know what some people are actually like underneath and how they will just mess you up. make sure this crack is looking its best. My crack got a little faded. Don't want no faded cracks. This piece needs a little work. There's something wrong with the heart up here, and it has to do with the 3D element, I think. So, I think I can... it's slightly better. But otherwise, you know, I'll be revising this all night. And I don't really want to be doing that. So rather than take up a whole bunch more time, I'm just gonna do this little quick fix. See if this adds anything or takes away. It's a little bit better. Bam. All right, here we are for real now. Again, I might do some more fixing here and there, but for the most part, this is Othello, or the oracle card thereof. I've had a lot of fun on this one. Thank you all for your brilliant ideas and for hanging out with me tonight. I had a blast. I hope you also had fun. If you want the official rules to the Reese drinking game, again, you gotta get me on Patreon. Otherwise, you'll have to play with the unofficial rules. Yeah. I hope everyone has a good night. And, oh, next week is Richard II. Here's what we got going so far for Richard II. Richard II is going to be really good. I don't know, the drawing might not be really good, but the play will be really good. The play is amazing. So I'm going to give that a read over the next week / watch it. This one's so good, I might actually, read and watch. Because it's beautiful. It's 100% in poetry. It's great. Yeah, so next week, Richard II. This has been Othello.